Good morning. Today is Wednesday, Feb 26th. Good morning to all. Today is going to be a shorter, more reflective post. Uh, there was a big screw up last evening at a pitch. Kind of it took me back to my early days when I used to see this sign on my boss's desk which says the buck stops here. And in my head, I said, of course, you're the guy who makes the most money. Obviously, the buck stops with you. It should actually it should be F beep stops with you, right? Not the buck stops with you. The buck should be spread around. But anyway, and that's what I used to tell myself in my younger days. I wouldn't obviously say it aloud because you don't know what your boss is going to do with you. So anyway, so one such incident where I was kind of reminded of the buck stops with me. We made an error. I don't want to get into the detail. I mean, this is not about making the people involved in the pitch feel bad. It's about me. What could I have done differently to have prevented that to happen, right? What could I have I done? I mean, so it's like imagine Vasu 1 and Vasu 2 having a conversation, and Vasu 1 says, well, I had been involved in 4 other pitches happening all at the same time. And Vasu 2, the boss is like, how do I care? Like, you go figure it out. Like, that's like a lame excuse, right? And then Vasu 1 says, but, I'm only human. I only have so many hours. I have a couple of brands to manage. And I've been 4 pitches that I'm involved in. And Vasu 2 says, I don't care, right? If you can't do your job, then get out, right? So this is kind of like been going on in my mind is that what do I need to do to prevent this from happening again? Are we taking on? It's good to have a lot of pitch requests coming in. That's fabulous, right? One of the problems we have in Hyderabad is we're hardly known. One of the reasons I'm doing these posts is to kind of become more aware, make red matter, put red matter in the people's minds. That's one of the reasons I'm doing this. But even with minimal awareness, brand awareness, we are getting a fairly good clip of pitch requests coming in, which is fantastic, right? So the question is, are we or am I getting too greedy saying, no, let's grab all, let's go after all, let's not leave anything unturned, let's go after everything, and thereby diluting inability to do quality checks, quality work. Because as I said a couple of posts ago, there are 4 other things that are running in parallel, right? Managing daily crisis, managing daily operations, turning around the agency, meeting clients, and all that stuff is happening. And on top of it, you have pitches happening. So I just kind of reflecting what I need to do differently. And I think probably beginning to come around to the point that maybe we accept fewer. I think that's, don't be so greedy. Take on what we can chew and take on where we can be more diligent, go in depth. And for me, the lesson is don't make assumptions that since very qualified people are involved. In this particular case, we had an external consultant helping us with the pitch, and I was probably over-reliant on expecting the consultant to dot all the I's and cross all the T's, and therefore I just skipped it, and I think that's where I went wrong. I'll be more judicious next time around. So it's not the team's fault. It's my fault, right? That what happened yesterday. So that pitch is gone. That's okay. There will be other ones. I think it's a tremendous learning for me, and I think it's a tremendous learning for the team, and we'll pick it up from there, and then I'm sure we'll get better as we go along. On some exciting news, I usually don't drop names, but Karan Dang, who is a friend, much younger in age than I am, we became friends in Singapore. He's a 2-time Cannes Award winner. He was the former head of the internal agency at Disney US in LA, and then he moved on to running the creative agency in-house at Walmart before starting his own agency called Dang World. Check him out, fantastic guy. I've requested him some of his time to fire up our own troops. Nothing like talking to an accomplished creative guy to fire up the troops, because we do tend to live in a well in Hyderabad, right? We don't get the kind of exposure. a lot of people have never even heard that there's something called Khan or D&D or even the abbeys out of Bombay, right? So you can imagine how much of a deep well we've dug ourselves into. So we need to dig ourselves out of it, and show people what's happening outside and outside our own world, advertising world. I mean, creativity is of course across many, not just advertising, but I think we don't even know what's happening in our own backyard. So that's something we're beginning to address, and hopefully I can invite a whole bunch of accomplished creative people to come either virtually or come in person to fire up our troops and get that gravy train going. That's it. As I said, this is going to be a short, this is more reflective. I'm on my way to the office, morning drive time, not so much traffic. I'm beginning to kind of figure out any corrections that I need to do as a leader, so that we can kind of get on with doing what we need to do at Red Matter. So thank you for your time. Any suggestions, guys? Just drop it in the comments. Happy to take. I know I'm not perfect. I'm not, and I don't know everything, right? So I'm very open to getting tips from friends, or even well wishers. So thank you. Till tomorrow or day after. Bye bye.